Hello, today is, it's Thursday, it's the 23rd of July, but this is Wednesday's message, and if you were looking for this yesterday, I'm sorry I didn't do it. I was in the Freeman Hospital seeing a consultant about my knee. I need a new knee, so I'm sorry if you're looking for this and you couldn't find it. And I know what it's like when you're looking for things and they're not there. It's a horrible feeling when you can't just find what you're looking for, and the longer it's missing, the worse it gets. I remember a while ago our grandson Robert, he was still crawling, and when he was here he'd crawled off with the television remote control in his hand, and 2 weeks on we still couldn't find this remote control, and then he came back and he was again crawling around the house. This was a couple of weeks after that, and sure enough he turned up with the remote control in his hand. We've got no idea where it had been hidden, but we know that not everything that's missing turns up. Many years ago I was vicar of a church dedicated to Mary Magdalene, and yesterday was the day that the church remembers Mary Magdalene. And I noticed as soon as I arrived in the parish that where it said St Mary Magdalene at the end of on the end of the church, the E was missing. Magdalene, and I convinced myself, well, the E must have fallen off. I didn't realise that you could spell it without the E on the end, and it bugged me, and I was determined to find this E. And I can remember there was a little garden that we created around the church, and spending time in there I used to look for this missing E, determined that it would be there. Anyway, one day someone said to me, you do know that spelling Magdalene without an E on the end is a way of spelling it. So I'd been looking for something that had never even existed. Well, yesterday was Mary Magdalene's day, and the reading, which was last night from Mark's Gospel, talked about Mary Magdalene, and she's in a state of turmoil because something very important to her has gone missing. Mary, along with two of her friends, had gone to Jesus' tomb to anoint his body with spices. And she'd seen the crucifixion just a couple of days beforehand, and they wanted to go and perform the last act of love and respect for their beloved friend. And they were shocked because the body that they expected to find was missing. And so much must have gone through their minds. And talking about Mary Magdalene and what happened is a real favourite of mine, especially on Easter Day, finding the empty tomb empty. Well, it wasn't completely empty, because there was an angel telling them that Jesus had risen from the dead and that he'd gone on ahead of them, that they would be able to meet up with him again. And that's a lot of information for Mary Magdalene to take in. And they were frightened and they ran away, and well, who could blame them? Since the start of this pandemic that we find ourselves in, people have done a lot of thinking. People have been thinking about themselves, about their lives, about their family, about their future, thinking about the world and what's it going to be like, and what is the new normal. And many people have come up with the same idea that something is missing. Some people have already searched to try and find something. We feel that something that has been lost is maybe beginning to be rediscovered, and others don't even know where to begin searching. If you're someone who is searching for something missing in your life, then I think Mary Magdalene's experience could be good news for you. It's good news because later in this chapter, and also in Matthew's Gospel and in John's Gospel, we read that very soon after the tomb experience, Jesus appeared to Mary, and it changed her life completely. And if you feel that there's something missing from your life, well, maybe you want to look in the same place that Mary looked, and look to Jesus, because Mary was overjoyed. She had found something more wonderful than anything she could have hoped for. And I think all of us, whoever we are, until we find that relationship with God through God's Son, through the person of Jesus Christ, then we cannot truly feel complete and satisfied. Mary didn't just find the the body of a dead friend, she found the risen Son of God. And that risen Son of God is waiting to be discovered by all of us. So if you feel that there's something that you're looking for, well, look in the same way that Mary Magdalene looked. And remember, when you set out looking for Jesus, well, he has already set out ahead of you, and he's waiting to welcome you with open arms. Our relationship with him can grow and deepen. The more we look, the more we will find. He will find you. Bye for now.